Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I have my first update for the 6th round of Throwback 30 Project Pan. This was created by Jessica in collaboration with the Pantastic Ladies Facebook group. She wanted to create a project that worked on all different kinds of Pantastic Ladies projects. So we all voted on 30 different projects that we wanted to include in this round. And yeah, it's been a month since the intro. We do updates every single month on the 28th, and I'm really excited to share my progress. I have not worked on all 30 items in this project yet, but I do have quite a few items to talk about. So if you are not subscribed to my channel already, I hope you do so before you leave, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy panning content. So the projects are in alphabetical order. The first one is 50 Shades of Brown, and you just had to find an item related to the color brown. I have been working on my Becca mini highlighter in the shade Champagne Pop. The packaging of this is like a really dark brown. It's definitely not black, it's dark brown. My goal for this was 30 uses, and I was able to use this 4 times, so not great, but it is a little bit of use. I do have this on today as my highlighter, and this is what it's looking like after 4 uses, so probably not that different. This is basically too dark for me, so I have to use it in the summer. So hopefully I can get my uses quickly. I am using other highlighters as well, but this is it swatched. As you can see, it does have a dark shift on my skin tone, but of course I layer it over blush and bronzer, so you can't really see that it's too dark, but of course that is staying in. I have quite a few more uses on that to go. Next was 50 Shades of Green, and I rolled in a single eyeshadow from Cleona. This is the shade Gargoyle, and I rolled this in for 10 uses. I was able to use this twice already, which is super exciting in my opinion, because this is a very scary shade for me. In person, it just looks green like that, but as you can see, it does have a really beautiful shift. I will throw up the 2 looks that I use this in on the screen, and I really enjoyed this. I think this will be really fun in the fall especially, so you might not see it in the next update, but I'll definitely have more uses probably around like the fall updates. Next is 50 Shades of Pink, and I rolled in this lipstick from Maybelline. Obviously the packaging is pink, but it is also like a corally pink color. This shade is 222 Flush Punch, and this is actually the lipstick that I have been trying to finish this year, so I was not seeing the progress that I wanted on it, so I knew I had to roll it into a project. I've used it 7 times since. I will have my line markings up as well, but here we are. I think I do see some movement. I have not done my line markings yet, so you're seeing it before I am. Well, I guess I'll be seeing it when I edit it, but you know what I mean. So I do think this has gone down, but I have used it as a cream blush, and I think that has helped a lot. I am wearing this today on my lips, so this is the true color of it, but I will swatch it anyway. Here it is swatched. It is a really nice shade. I wish it was just a tad more pink, but I think it looks pretty good with this eye look. So it's staying in. It'll probably be in for quite a few months before I finish it. Okay, next I'm going to skip down to 50 Shades of Yellow, and that is of course a yellow or gold product. And I rolled in my blush, my only remaining blush from my Milani Rose Trio. This already had a big pan in it, but my goal was to finish it in this project, so That is a little daunting and will take forever, but I have managed to use it 6 times, so I hope there's a difference in the pan. You know, I feel like once you hit pan on something, it takes forever to expand the pan, but this is what it looks like right now. Hopefully there's a difference. The next project I want to talk about is Beauty A to Z. I had the letter L, and I rolled in my L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. Such a long name. I have the shade 0.5 to 2, very light, and my goal is to finish this in this project. This is too dark for me, so I can't wear it on its own, but I have been using it to mix in with another foundation in this project, but I use such a small amount. So I have used it 9 times. I'm not wearing this combo today, unfortunately, but this is where it was at when I rolled it in, and this product does collect on the sides, so it's really hard to see, but I kind of look down in there and it hasn't moved very much. So this does have a dropper, but what I do is I just use a little bit of what is on the wand. I don't even use the dropper. So this is going so slow. So slow. So I don't know, because I'm at my darkest right now, which is not dark. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this in the winter and fall months. We will have to see. Moving on to the next project, which is Birthstone Beauty. I chose February, and that birthstone is Amethyst. I rolled in an eyeshadow from my McGrath Labs Bijou Brilliance eyeshadow palette. This is the Lunar Nightshade palette. There's a shade in here called Pale Amethyst, and I just wanted to use that shade. I think it was 10 times. Let me see. Yeah, 10 uses, and I've used it twice so far. So it is this middle shade here. It is absolutely stunning. I love this shade. I will swatch it. Oh, I forgot to swatch that foundation. But I will of course throw the looks up on the screen, but this is what that shade looks like swatched. There we go. My camera is deciding not to focus today, but you can see that there. Gorgeous shade. I do also want to create a whole look with this palette, but I have not done that yet this year. Let me swatch the foundation. So as you can see, it is too dark and a little orange on me. Yeah, not ideal. Next, for the project Budget Beauty, you just had to find a budget, a drugstore, or affordable product. I rolled in another highlighter. This is my e.l.f. Baked Highlighter. I have the shade Moonlight Pearls. I wanted to use this 30 times, and I've used it 13 times. So, obviously, I am favoring it over the Champagne Pop, which I need to switch them because I can use this shade all year round, but I can only use the Champagne Pop, you know, during the summer. So, this already had kind of a dent in the top, but you can see it's still flat. I'm not sure if it looks any different, but here it is, the front view. So 13 out of 30 uses. I'm gonna swatch, maybe I'll swatch this next to Champagne Pop. So here is Moonlight Pearls and here's Champagne Pop. You can definitely see that this one works a lot better for my skin tone. Yeah, it's my favorite highlight of all time. Next is Color Pan, and that is a project where you pick any Colourpop Fourth Ray Beauty or Soul Body item. I rolled in a palette from Colourpop. This is the Of Quartz palette. I wanted to use this for 3 looks, and I have created 1 out of the 3 looks, so I have a picture of that to throw up on the screen. This is a beautiful neutral cool tone palette. It's gorgeous. I really enjoy the look that I created with it. My wing kind of got a little thick on that day. I do remember that. So I look forward to creating maybe a more natural look with this next time. But it's a beautiful palette. I'm really happy to be working on it. Next is Disney Princess, and I chose Princess Tiana because I love her. For her, you are to use a pale green or cream product. So I rolled in my sunscreen from iUnique. This is the Centella Calming Daily Sunscreen, and this is where I was at when I rolled it in. I want to finish this, and I did talk about, I hope I talked about, that I struggle using sunscreen. I know that's terrible. I stay in my house most days, and I'm lazy. I know that's no excuse, but I also know there are some people out there that relate to me, so I'm fine admitting this. Also, I have found that when I wear a primer, I don't want to wear sunscreen. I don't know if it's because I feel like the primer just moves the sunscreen around, or it's also because I have to like sit and wait for it to like sink in. So I have to sit and wait for my moisturizer to sink in. Then I have to sit and wait for my sunscreen to sink in. And then I have to sit and wait for my primer to sink in. And that's just too long. I don't want to wait, you know. I'll sit and drink my coffee or whatever, but I am on a time limit. So I just can't do that every time. Saying all that, I've used it 9 times. And I can see through this packaging, like I can see it through it now from the window even, and it is still at this mark on this side, but it is lower on this side. So I don't know, I'll put my finger here, and then it is here. So it's not quite even, it kind of goes down like this. I remember when I rolled it in, it was basically straight across, so it does show that I've used it, and of course I'll have weights on the screen as well. But yeah, this will probably be in at least till the end of the year. The next project is Drop 10 Before Summer, and that is a summer theme item. I rolled in the palette that I have on my eyes today. This is the Profusion Ethereal palette. Stunning. This is actually the first look I have created with this, and my goal was to create 3 looks. So I will of course have the shades that I used on the screen, but here is a little bit of a close-up of this look. I think it turned out so pretty. Yeah, this palette is so fun. I used these 2 shades in my crease, kind of next to each other. I have the peachy shade in the middle, or in the inner corner, and then the pink on the outer. And I kind of struggled with finding a shimmer to use with these. This was the only shimmer that I felt would go. So I don't know, let me know if you have any suggestions on looks to create with this. Obviously I want to do like a purpley blue look, but yeah, just let me know if you have any suggestions. But I do have 1 out of my 3 looks done. Next project is Happy Hour, and I chose the prompt Mai Tai, another beach or summer themed item. I rolled in my Milani bronzer. This is the Silky Matte bronzer, and I have the shade 02 Sunkissed. I wanted to use this 30 times, and I have used this 7, so there's probably no difference visually. I feel like this bronzer will take forever if I ever want to try to finish it, but this is a swatch. It is like a bronzer that leans a little neutral. I can make it work. It's not mean, no bronzer is my favorite, but I think I do like the Give Beauty like duo bronzer a little bit more, but this is I would not declutter this. I would keep this and use it. So, so relieved that it works for me. But it's staying in the project because I have quite a few uses to go. Let's see here. The next project is I Heart the 90s. I chose the prompt butterfly clips, which is cute packaging. I rolled in this adorable palette from Revolution, and it has butterflies on it, which also matches the butterfly clips prompt, but this is the Forever Flawless Soft Butterfly, and I wanted to create 3 looks with this as well. I recently did a collab with my friend DW. Her channel is Deb's Beauty Diary. We both let our babies pick a full face of makeup, and my baby boy picked this palette. So if you saw that video, I created a look with this, but if you missed it, go check it out because I actually really like the eye look that I created, but I will have the eye look on the screen as well for you to see. This is the palette here. It is beautiful pastel gorgeousness. I actually really loved the look that I created with this. So that was the first look I've created with this ever, but also in this project. So I have 1 out of my 3 looks completed. So it's staying in. The next project is It's Panning Cats and Dogs. I chose a Pomeranian because we used to have a Pomeranian. I did share her picture in the intro. But for Pomeranians, they always seem to be smiling, which was so true. So we were to roll in a lip product. I rolled in my Blend Bunny like liquid lipstick. I'm not sure what they call it on like for their brand. It doesn't say on here, but I have the shade Tease, and this looked way more cool toned on the website. It was kind of confusing because the swatches of it looked kind of warm, but then on the lips, like they showed photos of it on the lips, it looked very cool toned. So I decided to take a chance. I hate it. I wore this once. My goal was 10 times. I wore it once, and I am decluttering this. I do not want to try to make this work because it's just not going to work. So I will swatch it for you guys. I did swatch it last update as well, but I just don't want to deal with this. It does not look good on me, so I am decluttering this. So I do have to replace it with something, and I'm going to be rolling in this lip liner. It actually doesn't have like any words on it, so I'm pretty sure I got this from Temu. I don't have very many items from Temu, but I do have a couple. I will swatch this. It's very creamy. That's nice. I have not used this, but it looks like a really nice like neutral nude for me. But look how creamy it is. Even just after that one swatch, it like dulled it a little bit. So that's nice, but I'm going to put this in for 10 uses because I had that other thing, the liquid lipstick, in for 10 uses. Well, I could use this so many times. I'm actually going to change this to 30 uses. I have a whole year. And it's such a neutral, like, everyday shade. Okay, 30 uses for this. Jumping down to Nightmare on Panning Street, I chose the movie Jaws, and that's a water-themed product. So I rolled in my Alter Ego Coastal palette. You can see the water, and some of the shades in here have like water-themed names, but I just wanted to use this for 3 looks, and I actually completed that. I enjoy this palette so much. It's such a beautiful cool tone palette, so it was really easy for me to create those 3 looks. The last look that I created is a little misleading because I think there was some yellow on my brush. I did use the warm tones in this palette, and it turned out so yellow, and I was really confused. I think there was yellow on my brush, and I'm so disappointed that I did that because it doesn't show the true tones of this palette, but I did use it the 3 times, so it is rolling out of this project. Okay, only a few more. My battery is gonna die, so hold on. Okay, the next project is Skin is In, and that is a skincare product. I rolled in my toner from Peach Slices. This is the Snail Rescue Blemish Busting Toner with 95% snail mucin concentrate. If I think about the snail mucin, it disgusts me, but I just don't think about it, and it's fine. I use this almost every day with my nighttime routine, but I guess I don't because I only use it 10 times. I did go on a couple trips in August. Like the first weekend of August, I drove like a 6-hour road trip. And then another weekend, we went camping, so I didn't bring this. So, I mean, there were a few weekends and whatnot that I didn't have this with me, but 10 uses in this project. This is where I was when I rolled it in, and this is where I am now, so that's 10 uses there. My goal is to finish it, so I mean, I could have this finished by next update, I feel like. This is a very thick product. I don't know if you can tell, but it is thicker than water, so it takes up like more volume. I think that's why I go through it so fast, but I just put it on like a cotton pad and rub it on my face. I prefer the regular acne toner from Peach Slices, but I'll use this up. The next project is That's Expensive, and that was an expensive product. I rolled in my Lancome Tinted Ultra Wear foundation. This is the foundation that I mixed the L'Oreal with. As you can see, they're very different in shades. This basically matches me in like the winter. I would say it's like half a shade too light. I have the shade 090 Ivory Neutral. I was shade matched in the store, so I don't know what the guy was thinking, but it's like a touch too light. But I can pull it off in the winter, but definitely not in the summer when I just, you know, I'm okay looking a little darker in the summer, even if I'm not actually. But my goal was 30 uses, and I've used this 7 times. I'm guessing where this item is. Okay, I can kind of see like cracks. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but you can see cracks here, and it kind of goes down a little further. So I kind of matched it to this line here. But this product, I use it a lot, and I lay it down on its side for photos. I did not wear this combo today in hopes that it would settle, but it did not settle very well. But I think I'm pretty accurate with that line marking. If that's how many uses? 7. I might be able to finish this in 30 uses. I did not expect that. Unless my first marking was way off. That actually could be a possibility. I only have a handful left to talk about, and the first one is the Golden Girls. I chose Miami, so like bright colors, pinks, greens, blues, tropical. I rolled in my Temu Cream Blush. This is a dupe for the Pixie blush, and I love this. This is my favorite cream blush, which I'm shocked. Oh, I forgot to swatch the foundation, but this is the color of the blush. It is the shade Shy Pink. I wanted to use this 30 times, and I've only used it 3 times. I will roll it all the way up so we can compare the line marking, because I did mark the cap on this. There's so much product in this, and it was only like $1 or something. I don't know. Let's see if there's any movement at all. No. Okay, 3 uses does nothing. Noted. Now I have to roll this all the way back down. I'll do that later. I'll swatch it. This is just a beautiful everyday, bubblegummy, neutral pink. It's beautiful on my cool skin tone. I really enjoy it. It blends out really easily. Yeah, it's good. So next is Tiny Pans, and that is your, well, it's a palette with really small pans. So I rolled in my Revolution Forever Dynamic Animal Magic palette. I want to use each shade 10 times. I do have like my little line markings here, but this is what the palette is looking like, and I'll talk about each shade. So I've used, let's see, yes, they're upside down, so it's confusing. So I've used this whole row once, but I've used this shade twice. Is this gonna focus? I think it is focused. Okay, so 1, 1, 2, 1. I have not used this. I have used this one 3 times, then 1, 1. Why are you not focusing? There we go. So this is, I have created a whole look with this, so I will throw it up on the screen. But this is mostly a companion palette for me. I used it with other things, but yeah, the shades are nice. The shimmers don't really do anything for me, but the mattes are fine. I am on my way to 10 uses. 2 more. Turn and Burn. So this is a project for samples, and I rolled in some masks that I wanted to use up. I did use one of them, so I'll have the picture on the screen. I did throw it away, but I have proof that I used it. I remember that burning my eyes, so I would definitely not repurchase. And then the next one is Women Who Rock. I picked Frida Kahlo, and that could be a pop culture item or a Latinx owned brand. So I rolled in my Colourpop Sweet as Can Be palette. Winnie the Pooh is like so pop culture, but I wanted to use this for 3 looks, and I created 1 look so far, and it is this super out of my comfort zone yellow look. So I will have it on the screen, but I just used this matte yellow and this yellow on the lid. So everyone loved it on Instagram, of course, because it was out of my comfort zone, but I actually enjoyed it too. I was shocked. Like, I do not wear yellow, and it was a little warm in my crease, but I really loved that yellow top I was wearing. Granted, it's like a cool tone yellow. You know, there are certain yellows that summers can wear, and I'm proud of myself for getting out of my comfort zone. So that is my update. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any look suggestions, or if you want to see me use any of these palettes in like a palette bingo. I would be happy and delighted to do that. Who uses the word delighted? I don't know. But give this video a thumbs up, and I hope you subscribe before you leave, so I see you all in my next video. Bye.